Hey guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube, and today I'm continuing my Inspired By series with my friend Kyra here on YouTube from the channel JourneyInBeauty. So every month we choose a different influencer that inspires us in one way or another, and we do a look that they have created and call it Inspired By, and we can do the exact same look or kind of switch it up or whatever we want to do, but that is what we're doing today. So this month we chose Hannah Louise Poston, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. Before Kyra chose her, I was actually not subscribed to her. I had heard about her, but I just for some reason or another just had never looked her up. And I did, and I'm so glad that I did because I've really been enjoying her channel. I've been watching a lot of her videos, and she doesn't do a lot of makeup tutorials, but she does a lot of like shop my stash, and she talks about a no-buy. She was on a no-buy for a year, and she has a lot of really interesting content. So I definitely subscribe to her, and I'm excited to recreate one of her looks today. So the look that I chose is one that she did with the Natasha Denona Gold palette. I do not own that palette. I do own some other Natasha Denona palettes, which I'm going to be using some of those, and I'm also going to be using some of my Jaclyn Hill Vault collection, and I'm also going to be using one of the Bad Habit palettes from or one of the Bad Habit Cult palettes, just for one specific shade, because it has like the duochrome effect that has, I think the shade in the gold palette is called like lime chrome or something like that, which I don't have that shade. So I do have the Natasha Denona dupe palette on the way, but it didn't get here in time. So but yeah, so that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna throw the look up on the now so that you guys can see the look that I'm recreating, and then we'll get into my look. Okay, now that you have seen the look, so from the Cult palette, I'm going to be using just this one duochrome shade right here. It reminds me of lime chrome, and I do have some videos coming up with these palettes because I haven't put them on camera yet. And then I'm going to use well, I think I'm just going to use the Dark Magic palette, right? Yeah, I'm going to use the Dark Magic palette probably because, these shades right here. And then also I have both of the Natasha Denona big palettes. These ones, mine are dirty, but I've never used them on camera before that I can remember. But one of them is called the green, the blue and purple palette. I have used it off camera a lot, as you can see. And then this one is the green brown palette. This one I haven't used as much, but I feel like these palettes get dirty. Ooh, my hand is shaking. There we go. Dirty really quickly. So we're going to use some of these shades as well. So that is what we're going to use today. You definitely do not have to use the exact palettes I use to recreate this look. If you want to recreate it, you can use whatever you have in your collection. So don't ever feel, I have an itchy nose, don't ever feel like you have to do exactly or use exactly what I use. So I'm just going to put my MAC paint stick on per usual and blend that out. So I love the series that we started. We have done so far. We started with Annette's Makeup Corner, we did Butte Bean, we've done Paulina Beauty, and here we are with Hannah Louise Poston. And we are always accepting suggestions. I can't promise that we'll do it because we have a couple of months in advance planned of who we're gonna do this with, but if you have someone that you think we should recreate one of their looks, definitely comment below and we will take it into consideration. I have a dog hair on my nose that's causing me to itch. Okay, so I'm going to go into the Jaclyn Hill palette first, and I'm going to use the shade Potion right here because the first shade that she used was kind of like a olivey green. So I'm going, actually no, I'm going to do it a different way. I'm going to go into the shade Busted first, which is this like bluish shade first, and then I'm going to use, no, I was right the first time. I'm going to use Potion first. Sorry. Okay. So we're going to start with Potion. I have thought about buying the Natasha Denona Gold palette so many times, but I own quite a few Natasha Denona palettes, all of which that have been gifts to me. And I just don't use them as much as I use all of my other palettes. So I had thought about getting it for the longest time, and like I said, I just didn't, not only did I not think that I would use it as much because I don't use my Natasha Denona palettes as much as I should, especially for how much they cost, but also it's kind of a neutral-ish palette, and so I just didn't think I should spend that much money on a palette that for multiple reasons isn't going to get as much use. But when I saw that Alter Ego had come out with, which is what Shop Hush used to be, came out with a dupe palette for it, I was like, yes, I think I need that in my life, because I think that one is only $16, and from what I've seen, it's an exact dupe for it. So, and I have a few palettes, like one of the ones I'm going to use today, that one shade from, that, like the Pat McGrath dupes, which I do have videos coming up about that. Now I'm going into that blue shade, Busted. I have some of those palettes, and I'm telling you, the Pat McGrath dupes are like exact dupes. So, and they're actually better than the real Pat McGrath palettes. So, I was excited to get it and try it. And I was hoping that the palette would be here before, you know, this collaboration, but it is not. So now I'm putting this. If you have the Tribe palette, you could probably get the same look, the Tribe palette from Juvia's Place. I didn't want to use that one because I have a collaboration coming up with that palette, so I didn't want to use that palette again. And I kind of wanted to just get some use out of palettes that I don't use frequently, because I don't use my Jaclyn Hill Volt palettes a lot, and I don't use my big Natasha Denona palettes a lot. I don't know why I don't. I mean, I think it started out because I was like, well, I don't really want to use something that expensive on camera, and, you know, but I own them, I should use them. So I'm just going in with a little bit more of Potion, and so I'll probably be using my Natasha Denona palettes coming up in future videos, like maybe a playing with makeup where I don't really talk about the brand too much, or also I want to do a full face of my most expensive makeup and a full face of my least expensive makeup, because I think that would be fun. Just putting a little bit more of that Busted shade just on the outer portion. I may not be dipping into the Natasha Denona palettes. No, I am going to use at least one of them. I think I'm going to go into the green brown palette. I don't think I need the purple one. I mean the purple blue one. So I'm going to set that aside. And I'm going to go into these shades, or these do have names, but the names for some reason are not on this. Okay. I don't know, in my purple blue palette, this plastic sheet has like the names on it, but for some reason in the green brown one it does not. So I'm going to go into this shade right here first, because that is like the shimmery blue one from the Natasha Denona palette. And I'm just going to put that right here just a little bit, because I think I watched the video a few times and she just put a little bit of that like right here, and she did not do a cut crease. Okay, and then we're going to take my glitter glue that I hope I have. Yes, I do. And I'm going to take my NYX glitter glue, and I'm going to put that on the lid, and then we will apply some of those. I'm going to use a gold out of the green brown palette, and then we're going to use that one from the Shop Hush palette. Oh my goodness, I don't know who we're doing next month, I forget. But I really enjoy this. Like I really love doing this because it showcases different artists. I'm going into this gold right now. I feel like it showcases different artists. It gives you guys channels to watch if you're not already subscribed to them. And you know, it brings some positivity to the beauty community because it's uplifting. We're, you know, supporting each other, uplifting each other. And it's also something fun that I get to do with my friend Kyra. So if you want to see what look of Hannah Louise Poston she recreated, definitely go over to her channel. Well, either way, go over to her channel, subscribe, let her know I sent you, show her some love. I love her and I love her channel. And I have no idea at this point what look she recreated either. So, you know, I'm going to be going over there and watching. Now I'm going to go into this Mania palette, and there's this shade called Hysteria. That is like a duochrome shifty shade that I'm going to use. So I think I'm going to take a little bit more glitter glue, and I'm going to tap it over, just a little bit over the goldeny shade that I did. I don't know if this shade is the exact tone of gold that Hannah used, but it will do. And then I'm just going to tap that over. Okay, I think that changed it enough that it's... I wish that this would show up better on camera. I feel like I have that issue with a lot of, like, you know, multi-chromes or duochromes where it just doesn't translate on camera as well as in person, because this has a very green duochrome shift in the gold. You can kind of see it when I put it over top of like the darker green. Okay, and then I'm going to go back into, I was like, where'd I put it? Into the Dark Magic palette, and I'm going to grab a little bit more of Busted, the bluish shade. It's like a bluish green. And just make sure I didn't lose pigmentation. Let me know down below, do you guys watch Hannah Louise Poston? I had heard of her from a few different friends of mine. And like I said, for whatever reason, I kept meaning to subscribe to her, but I just kept forgetting. And then when we had this collab coming up, I subscribed and I was like, oh, I love her channel. So, all right, so I'm going to clean up the fallout, do my face, and I'll be right back to finish the eyes. Maybe now. Okay, at the end there I could not figure out how to pause my my video. Okay, so I'm gonna go into this black eyeliner by Makeup Geek called Obsidian, and I will put in the cards a few of the other videos we've done if you haven't seen this series before. And of course I will have Kyra's channel linked. I will also link Hannah Louise Poston's channel. Ooh, don't care. As well as her video that I'm doing, the look inspired by. So now I'm going to take that dark blue and run it under here. And then I think in my inner corner I'm going to do that duochrome shade. And I think I'm going to try spraying it for the inner corner. I'm telling you, I love these Cult Mania or not Cult Mania palettes, Cult palettes. Mania is the actual, this particular palette, which is supposed to be a dupe for the Bronze Seduction palette from Pat McGrath. And I'm going to be doing a video on every single one of them because they're amazing. And even though Shop Hush is no longer exists, you can still get, and I just dropped a sponge, you can still get the palettes on the Bad Habit website. So these shades are very soft, but so are the Pat McGrath ones. So but I do find that I get way more pigment and less glitter from these. Ooh, spraying it worked for sure. I think spraying it actually brought the duochrome out more than the glitter glue, which is a first for me, because normally when I do the when I do duochromes, like normally the spraying doesn't work as well. I'm actually going to take my other brush and load it up and spray it. I don't know, normally I'm not a sprayer when it comes to my eyeshadows, but I'm just gonna put a little bit more on with a sprayed brush. Yeah, apparently these work better that way. That's crazy. Okay, now I can see more of the duochrome shift. Interesting. Okay, now, yeah, the palette has some fallout, but not as bad as my Pat McGrath one. Okay, so for my highlighter, I'm going to go into my Classy Cake Cosmetics palette, and I'm going to use the extraterrestrial something, I forget, extraterrestrial DNA. Is my favorite, believe it or not, even though I have one named after me, and I love it. I love the highlighter Anya, but the extraterrestrial DNA one I have been using like non-stop. I just love the shift. Okay. And then I'm going to put on my Lash Princess mascara. I need to get a new one. I have had really bad luck with mascara lately. I have been trying to find like the perfect mascara, and I've tried so many of them. I tried recently the Physicians Formula, the one that comes in the really pretty tube, the red tube with like the black lace looking stuff on it, and it was so dry. Like, it was terrible. It was terrible. I'm actually returning it. It was that bad. And I tried one by Essence because I thought I was buying one that someone had recommended, but the one they recommended was from Catrice, not from Essence. So that was my fault, but I returned that one as well. I'm using the lip liner in Sebastian from OCC Cosmetics. Any nude, like grayish lip liner. This one is no longer available, unfortunately. The brand is no longer available. But yeah, I've been having really bad luck with mascara lately. And it's not that I don't like the Bad Gal Bang, but it's $25. And I think it's good, but for my lashes, it's not like $25 good. Okay, so that was my Cinderella lipstick. And I just put the tiniest amount because I didn't want it to be too pink. All right, so that's my Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day, my little miniature watermelon. I kind of wish I would have bought the full size of the watermelon and the miniature one of the coconut, because the coconut one like literally you go around all day smelling like coconut cream pie right in your face. Like it's a lot. And this one is just refreshing. It smells like watermelon, but the smell goes away. So anyhow, so this is my recreation of Hannah Louise Poston's look with the Natasha Denona Gold palette. Let me know how you think I did in the comment section below. Please go check out Kyra. Definitely go check out Hannah. And like I said, this is to bring positivity to the beauty community and to lift each other up and support each other. So I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.